standpoint, you know, these coaches are looking forward to this part of the year also.
As the lights are getting turned off here at the Expo Center, we are just about set for the introduction of our starting lineups and getting ready for this contest between the Hawaii Capitals and the Watertown Lakers. We'll send it down to Jason Dodson for the introduction of our starting lineups.
The visiting team, the Watertown Lakers, and your home team, the Oahe Capitals. Let's start off with the Watertown Lakers starting lineup. At 1 forward, number 4, Jeff Van Gilder. At 1 forward, number 10, Boston Butler. At 1 forward, number 41, Aiden Melville. At 1 defenseman, number 22, Jax Elser. At 1 defenseman, number 8, Colton Sutton. The goalie for the Lakers, number 1, Cole Nygaard. The assistant coach, Jared Spearing, and head coach, Mason Lloyd.
Mason Lloyd, first-year head coach for the Watertown Lakers. As Jim had said, too, he got a chance to ride down with the Laker coaches. You know the head coach pretty well, don't you, Jim?
Yeah, we end up talking a lot of hockey. We actually have the luxury of working together also, so a lot of hockey being talked.
As the Capitals make their way out on the ice, again, we'll send it down for the introduction of the starting lineups for the Hawaii Capitals.
Capitals band, here's your starting lineup. At 1 forward, number 10, Bracken Furman. At 1 forward, number 11, Dylan Dodson. At 1 defenseman, number 56, Roger Babcock. At the other defenseman, number 60, Aiden Lee. And your goalie for the Capitals, 00, Jay Hand. Coaches for the Capitals, Bryce Mitchell, Elliot Light, Andrew Gordon, and head coach, Landon Badger. Hockey fans, please stand for the play of our national anthem. Thank you.
We are ready to roll here from the Expo Center in Fort Pierre, as it is the Hawaii Capitals and the Watertown Lakers. John Winkler alongside Jim Lloyd as we are getting set for this contest. As Jay Sand will be the starting goalie for the Hawaii Capitals. Cole Nygaard, the starting goalie for the Watertown Lakers. 2 wins for Nygaard, 2.43 goals against average, .918 save percentage. For Jace Hand. He's going to win 3.97 goals against average, 892 save percentage. Jim, it's a little odd because you don't see it very often, but Noah Luking got his second win of the season yesterday. The Caps have 5 wins on the year. Luking got his second win. 3 other goalies have 1 win for the Capitals. 4 goalies have recorded wins for the Caps here this year, and they're only 7 games into the season.
Well, it's a luxury as a coach. More goalies, the better sometimes.
I was say, might make the coach's job harder, but when they're all winning, I think it's one of those where he's okay having that harder job with all the goalies that can win. We're ready to go here from the Expo Center. Dylan Dodson will take the opening face-off of the White Capitals. So we are underway here this Saturday night as the White Capitals will have that first puck. Aiden Beam behind the nets will throw it up the boards. That will be deflected by the Lakers. Dylan Dodson trying to get out of the zone. Does not on that first initial opportunity, but does on the second chance. And it does come out. And now it's the Caps in the offensive zone. Dodson tried to make that Brecken Furman. Dodson, trying to make a quick move around. Everybody's got the white gloves for the Capitals now as the puck will come back out to the blue line. That shot and blockered away by Nygaard. As it gets behind the net, Brecken Furman, he is pushed to the boards, checked to the boards, and the puck will come up to the blue line, but Landry Van Rokel will hold it in. One-time chance for Dodson. That will make that from Furman, and that one went wide. 10-11 are really hard to tell the difference right now, especially when they're both wearing those white gloves. This will be moved along here for the Watertown Lakers. Jack Elsher will move in. He'll look like he was going to try and shoot the puck. He lost the handle of it, and then he still gets a shot away, and a save was made by Jace Hand. First shot attempt by the Watertown Lakers. This is at the Capital blue line. Pass will come here to the near side for Logan Anderson, who scored last night in that 5-2 win for the Capitals over the Huron All-Stars. Moved around by Quentin Jorgensen, and Watertown will try and get the puck out of the zone. Diving to keep it in is going to be Cooper Beestrom, and then near trip by Watertown, but play continues. Van Rokel again trying to hold the blue line. It comes out of the zone, and now it's Roberts that will move it into the offensive zone. Tyler Roberts with a shot, but that was blocked by Beestrom. Take that from Beam. And now Beam will move it along. Misses the pass for Logan Brown as he jumped over it. But Ian Schweitzer was over there. They don't call icing, and it will be a shot from Beam that will end up being blocked. It goes to the corner. Brown throws it over. Dodson circles around the net, tried to wrap around chance, but Nygaard was there, and he'll make the save. 14:55 left to go here in the first period, as that puck will be gloved down, and it will be Watertown that has it another time, as it will be picked up by Grady Bodsberg. And then it's going to be sent in. It's going to be icing against Watertown. Quick early pace here, Jim, in this first period.
Well, it's exactly what we think this whole game is going to be. Both these teams pretty evenly matched up and down the ice. You can't say either team has any momentum right now.
Now just one shot apiece between these two teams. Face-off will be to the right of Cole Nygaard. Offensive zone face-off for the Capitals. Dodson will take it and win it for the Caps. Bridger Babcock will turn. He'll throw it to behind the net. And it will be picked up by number 8, Colton Sutton, the defensive side for Watertown. But he lost the puck. Centering one looking for Dodson was Furman. Make that was Bonnie. As now Bonnie will try and center one for Furman and end up going to Dodson. And his shot will end up being blocked. At the red line, it'll be dumped into the zone. That coming from, I believe, Tate Marco potentially. Or maybe Ethan Steinson. And it's now going to be back to the blue line. And that's going to come into the Capitals bench, and we get a whistle right in front of Coach Landon Badger. 14:11 to go here in the first period. Talked about it during the girls broadcast, but these two might be the youngest head coaches, in, especially for boys varsity, be the youngest head coaches between Landon Badger and Mason Lloyd.
Yeah, it's good to see a lot of young coaches in this league.
And they guys have a lot of energy and want to push both of these programs to even bigger heights, as this will be behind the net. Looking to poke it was Boston Butler. Hein Van Gilder's able to hold it in for a moment. Then that pass, that will skip into the bleacher area. And a couple of fans
a festive bleacher area.
Yeah, I was saying, and it got above the student section, and it went about 5 rows up on that second deck. You got to keep your head on a swivel when you're at a hockey game here at the Expo Center. Face-off will be to the left of Jay Sand, with 13:53 remaining here in period number 1. And it is won by the Watertown Lakers. Fanned-on shot attempt, then another opportunity that was blocked. As the first initial shot, that was blocked before it ever got to it. That was Aiden Melville, who's wearing number 41 tonight instead of his normal number 12. It'll come back to Melville, up the boards, trying to find it from Van Rokel. He does. Pass over, and then that shot was partially blocked. Hand diving across. The puck will be loose in the high slot, and the Capitals are able to push it out of the zone. What a great pass from Melville. There's an offside play. Great pass from Melville. I believe it was Butler that had the opportunity, but a really good diving play defensively to not allow a shot to get on Jay's hand.
Good pressure there at the net from the Lakers. It started out with Melville in neutral zone. He basically outworked the defense and got down and ended up making a nice pass. Great opportunity there for the Lakers.
So here is the Caps on the face-off win. Will send things into the offensive zone. Sutton will be the first one to it for Watertown. Here on the near side, it's going to be grabbed by Schweitzer and then along for Logan Anderson. Comes back to Schweitzer, out to the blue line for Beam. His shot was blocked. Nygaard trying to get over as Logan Brown was trying to swing it towards the net. Now here's an opportunity back towards Beam, but that pass was blocked. And it's still the Capitals. Schweitzer with it. Beam's able to hold the blue line on the near side. And that puck being battled for. 3 different players are over there trying to battle for the puck. Beam is there again as he's able to hold it in with his glove. Comes behind the net for Colton Sutton, and he'll move it up, and Bosberg can't get out of the zone. That shot will go wide, and it will end up being here to the near side. And around it goes into the corner. This will come here for Roberts. Tyler Roberts into the offensive zone for the Capitals, or for the Watertown Lakers with 12:20 left to go here in the first period. It'll come here near side. Sutton with a shot that was redirected, but it didn't get to the net. Over to the far side boards. Logan Brown chipping it off the glass and out of the zone. Sutton will move it along. That one right onto the tape of Roberts. It's now Cooper Beestrom. That will move it along. It'll be now at the red line. Lyle Bonney trying to push it back in. It's going back to Melville, and now it's to Cooper Beestrom. Beestrom's pass off the skates and down. It will hit Brecken Furman, but they will wave off icing with 11:45 left to go here in the first period. 4-1 in shots in favor of the Watertown Lakers. No score in the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Dylan Dotson will lay a hit on Jack Elsher, but it does come into the offensive zone still anyway for Watertown. There's a penalty coming up. I'm not sure who the penalty will be on it. Will it be on Dotson? It's a roughing call.
It is going to be a roughing call, and I would guess that is going to go on Dotson.
Dotson laid the clean check on Elsher, but they will call a rough against Dotson.
Yeah, it looked to be a pretty clean hit there as Elsher came in, was entering the offensive zone. Unless it was somewhere else, but I don't think so. But nonetheless, it is a roughing call on our first penalty of this contest. That one comes in at 11:27.
First power play now here for the Watertown Lakers. That puck will come out of the zone. Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill.
Number 11.
It'll be moved along. Asher Vandenbos will pass it back, and then it'll be sent all the way down the ice with 11:10 to go remaining here in the first period. Colt Nygaard will send it around here to the near side, where it's going to be nearly grabbed by Aiden Bowder, but it's Roberts that will pick it up. Roberts will kick it along. Vandenbos will chip it in front. He's got a short-handed chance and a save made by Nygaard up by the shoulder, right above his catching glove. Hit the shoulder, goes into the netting, and we get a whistle with 10:53 to go here in the first period.
Good pressure being applied there by the Caps as the Lakers having trouble getting set up for a power play. Got down in the offensive zone one time, and quickly it went down the other way for a shorthanded chance there by the Caps.
Face-off will be to the left of Nygaard, and it will be won by the Watertown Lakers. They still got 1:20 left to go on the power play. This will be offside against Watertown, and we'll get a whistle with 10:45 remaining here in this first period.
It's an up and down game, as we've seen thus far. 4 shots on net for the Lakers, 2 for the Caps, and we are in a penalty situation here for the Caps.
Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill for Oahe. These two teams won't meet again until I believe it's the last weekend or the second to last weekend of the season, all the way up in Watertown.
And what will that game mean? You never know. With these two teams, pretty evenly matched, that could be a big game.
Logan Anderson will carry it into the offensive zone short-handed. 55 seconds to go on the power play for Watertown. This will be picked back up and moved along by Jake Root. Root's pass right onto the tape of Tyson Lawrence, and then Lawrence lost the puck. Ian Schweitzer will pick it up and will send it over, and Bridger Babcock will send it all the way down the ice. 35 seconds left to go in the power play. It is the Watertown Lakers that have this opportunity. They had the early good chances, but since the Caps have kind of been able to stymie some of those chances. Here's a shot from the blue line that is blocked, and the Capitals will send it down. That stung a little bit of Cooper Beestrom as he blocked it off the right glove. And then Brecken Furman is taken to the ice, and the stick was lifted, and Furman was overpowered and sent to the ice. This will be Colton Sutton that will move into the offensive zone. Sutton, his pass, looking for the backdoor feed for Melville, just missing him. And then Beestrom will send his man to the ice, and play will continue. Look more like a blown tire. Now here's Dylan Dodson right out of the box. Back to his backhand, but can't get a shot away. Tried to toe drag move, but unable to. Lyle Bonney is a reverse it thrown by Dodson. Over for Beam. And now it's back to Bonney. Into the corner for Dodson. Dodson will try and play it off the boards to the far side. It'll be Melville that gets to it first. Nearly at the pocket pick, but Melville will send it off the boards and it will get out of the zone. It was slowed down by Beam, and Beam will pick it back up at his own end of the ice. Lyle Bonney will send things across. It is going to be grabbed here by Dodson. Have to fight it a couple times to get possession of it. Dodson will move into the neutral zone, and Dodson into the offensive end. His backhand pass was blocked. He'll turn back with it again, throws it towards the net. It was tipped wide by Schweitzer, and he'll come here to the near side. At the blue line, it is chipped out of the zone on edge, rolling all the way down. They will wave off icing in the last moment with 8:24 to go here in the first period. This will be moved along around to the far side. Up the boards, it is Lawrence that has it. He'll send it back towards the corner. And Bridger Babcock will pick it back up. It'll be sent here to the near side. This is moved off of a couple of players. Still with it is the Capitals. Bowder will grab it. His pass is deflected, and it does come out of the zone. But Redland will send it back towards the Capitals blue line before it's sent deep by the Caps on net to Nygaard. And Watertown will pick up possession. That pass just misses. Looking for the stick of number 29 in Nolan Eitzen. That shot came through, and that is a save made by Nygaard. Centering pass misses everybody. Jake Root will pick it up for Watertown, and Root into the offensive zone. He'll stop and start. Root will send one towards the net. He had Roberts near the blue line, but sent to the net, and it was blocked by the Capitals before it ever got to Jay's hand. This is off the boards. Bowder had it, and then Bowder was checked off the puck by Root. Now it's grabbed here by the Capitals again. Triton Parbley trying to fight for it. It'll still be now Logan Anderson, and it's at the blue line where it's held in by the Capitals. Landry Van Rokel with the shot. He had a goal last night as well against Huron. One-time chance by Anderson, but it went off of the skate, and it goes wide of the net. Out to the blue line, Parmley will keep it in the offensive zone. 6:55 left to go here in the first period. Still no score on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. This will be sent back in deep by Bridger Babcock as the Caps will tag back up. Sutton overskates the puck for a moment. He'll come here to the near side, and it'll be sent out of the zone. And it was blocked by the glove of Bridger Babcock on the pass coming from Boston Butler. And Babcock and Logan Brown. Good stick check there by Logan Brown. Looking to center one. Out for Schweitzer, and the save made by Nygaard. And eventually he'll swing himself around. He circled around, not knowing where the puck was at, but he had it covered, and we get the whistle with 6:26 to go in the first period.
Yeah, Nygaard doing a nice job there coming out in the crease. He knew he blocked the first one. I don't know sure if he knew exactly where it was as he looked around behind him, and it was under one of his pads. Kind of a delayed whistle there as the puck was nowhere to be found.
Faceoff will be won by Watertown, but not out of the zone. Good job by Babcock to hold the zone. That shot got all the way through. Nygaard will get a piece of it with his stick, and it will skip into the net and out of play. With 6:16 left to go here in the first period. Faceoff will be to the right of Nygaard. Dylan Dodson will win the faceoff. Lyle Bonney. It'll be played here to the near side by Watertown. And the Lakers can't get out of the zone. Beam's able to hold it in, but a friendly fire, that shot ended up hitting Bonnie. And then that pass trying to go up to Boston Butler ended up being not hard enough to get it to him, but it will still be sent in deep by Watertown. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first period. Aiden Beam in the corner, trying to keep possession with the puck. He'll move it up the boards, but it's stolen away by Van Gilder, and then it was tipped on net. It was softly tipped, almost went between the legs of Hand, and it will go down for an icing the first time the Capitals have iced the puck here with 5:33 to go here in the first period.